Paris, dawn. The chill of October clings to the air like a curse. Church bells toll, but not for prayer. Hundreds of knights, warriors of the cross, are being dragged from their beds, chained like criminals. Their crime? Heresy, sorcery, spitting on the cross. But behind this spectacle lies a lie so vast it cracked the spine of the medieval world. This is the secret trial of the Knights Templar. It began with purpose, sacred, righteous purpose. The year was 1119, and the smoke of the First Crusade still hung heavy over Jerusalem. Out of that blood and fire rose a brotherhood, the poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon. Knights turned monks, monks turned warriors. Bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, they swore to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. But they were no ordinary knights. The Templars were disciplined, elite, and utterly fearless. Their white mantles, emblazoned with a red cross, struck both awe and terror across Europe and the Levant. And for a time, God smiled upon them. As crusades raged, Templar influence exploded. They weren't just fighters. They became bankers, landowners, diplomats. With papal blessing, they were exempt from taxes, answered only to the Pope, and held estates from Scotland to Syria. Their wealth was staggering. They created the first international banking system, issuing letters of credit to pilgrims so they wouldn't be robbed. Kings borrowed from them. Nobles pledged loyalty to them. But in the shadows, resentment grew, and no one resented them more than a king drowning in debt. King Philip IV of France, known as Philip the Fair, was handsome, cunning, and utterly ruthless. By 1300, he had bled France dry through war and lavish court life. He needed gold. And the Templars, they had more than gold. They had castles, ships, secrets, and worst of all, independence. Ancient Philip had tried borrowing. He had even begged to join the Templar order. They refused him. That was their mistake. He would destroy them not with swords, but with lies. October 13th, 1307, a date that would live in infamy. At dawn, under sealed orders, Philip's men raided every Templar house in France. Hundreds were arrested. Their leader, Grand Master Jacques de Molay, was seized in Paris. Charges were read aloud: idolatry, spitting on the cross, black magic, sodomy, and devil worship. The world reeled. Were these warrior monks truly heretics, or was something far more sinister unfolding? What followed was not justice, but theater. In dark dungeons beneath Paris, Templars were stretched on racks, burned with irons, teeth shattered, sleep-deprived, starved. Under torture, they confessed. Anything their captors wanted, they admitted. Yes, we denied Christ. Yes, we kissed each other on the base of the spine. Yes, we worshipped a head called Baphomet. But those who recanted were tortured again or burned. The Inquisition now had what it needed: heresy. The Pope, bullied and trembling, issued papal bulls supporting the investigation. Philip had the church in his pocket. But behind closed doors, many whispered, the Templars were innocent. Let's pause. Why would a holy order of knights commit such blasphemies? Would an organization founded to protect the Holy Sepulchre spit on Christ? There is no hard proof, no surviving relics, no scrolls, no eyewitnesses untainted by torture. But there is motive. Philip's treasury was empty. He owed the Templars a fortune. He couldn't control them, so he destroyed them using the oldest tools of tyranny: fear, religion, and rumor. And the Pope, Clement V, a puppet in Avignon, placed under Philip's thumb. He ordered all Templars across Christendom to be arrested. The purge had become global. From 1307 to 1312, trials were held across Europe. In England, Germany, Italy, and many Templars were acquitted. Their confessions didn't add up. There was no consistency. Some bishops even refused to torture them. But France was different. Philip controlled the judges, the prisons, the priests. And the longer the trials dragged on, the more people began to forget who the Templars really were. In 1312, the Pope officially disbanded the order, not because they were guilty, but because their reputation was tarnished. Their guilt had never been proven. It didn't matter. March 18th, 1314. After 7 years of imprisonment, Jacques de Molay was led to an island in the Seine River. A crowd gathered, the pyre was built, wood soaked in oil. De Molay stood tall, even as the flames rose. "I die innocent," he cried. "Let God avenge us." And as the fire consumed him, legend says he cursed both Pope Clement and King Philip, summoning them to answer before God within a year. History tells us they both died within 12 months. Coincidence or judgment? The Templars were more than soldiers. They were the spine of a dream, a united Christendom protected by faith and steel. Their fall shattered the illusion that righteousness protects the righteous. It revealed that power answers only to itself. And their secrets, their rituals, their hidden knowledge, perhaps it all burned with Jacques de Molay, or perhaps it went underground. Some believe the Freemasons rose from their ashes. Others say the Templars sailed west, carrying sacred relics and forbidden truths. All we know is this: the church condemned them, the crown destroyed them, but the legend lives on. Look around today. Every time someone whispers about the real history of the world, every time someone asks who pulls the strings behind popes and kings, the ghost of the Templars walks behind the question. Were they innocent men crushed by greed, or guardians of a truth too dangerous to reveal? Their trial ended in 1312, but the mystery, that never ended. And maybe, just maybe, it never will.